In the shadowy corners of American law enforcement, a case emerged that would leave even the most seasoned observers scratching their heads. It began with a simple act of transparency, or the lack thereof. In 1973, an internal FBI report, almost entirely redacted, found its way into the public eye. This document was supposed to shed light on a mysterious figure, but instead, it opened a door to more questions. The report about someone named Frederick Pro, who also went by Frederick Pro, was a puzzle with most of its pieces missing. Only fragments remained, giving us a glimpse into a complex web of deception and crime. The story takes a sharp turn when we learn that this Frederick Pro was not just any individual. He vanished into the night, becoming a fugitive. The FBI took drastic measures, revoking his bond, a legal term meaning they canceled the permission for him to stay free while awaiting trial. This action signaled that Pro was not just a missing person, but a wanted man. As the manhunt intensified, Pro's colleagues met a strange fate. They were arrested, but not for the crimes Pro was accused of. It seemed they were merely collateral damage in a larger game. The arrest of these colleagues added to the mystery, raising more questions than answers. The real trouble began when Pro was charged with a series of crimes tied to a high-profile music star, Elvis Presley. The charges included mail fraud, interstate transportation of stolen property, money taken by fraud, wire fraud, and conspiracy. These were serious allegations, and they all centered around a single event, the purchase of a 1955 Corvette, a car that would become a key piece of evidence in the case. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, owned this Corvette, but how did it end up in the hands of a fugitive? The story goes that Pro was involved in a fraud scheme where he allegedly defrauded Presley and others. He used fake identities and fraudulent transactions to swindle money, including the money used to buy the Corvette. This car, a symbol of freedom and celebrity, became a central piece in unraveling Pro's web of deceit. As investigators dug deeper, they uncovered records detailing Pro's fraudulent activities related to the Corvette. These documents revealed a man skilled at manipulation, using false documents and identities to pull off his scams. The case against Pro was built on these records, piecing together a narrative of greed and deception. The investigation into Pro's crimes was not just about recovering stolen property or money. It was about understanding the extent of his reach and the damage he caused. Each document, each charge, added another layer to the story of a man who dared to challenge the system. Pro's case became a textbook example of how fraud can span across state lines, involving complex financial schemes and the misuse of legal processes. In the world of law enforcement, cases like Pro's are rare but stark reminders of the lengths some individuals will go to exploit the system. His story is a cautionary tale about the importance of vigilance and the need for transparency in institutions meant to uphold the law. As the dust settled on the Pro case, it left behind a legacy of lessons learned and a deeper understanding of the intricate world of white-collar crime. The case of Frederick Pro, or Frederick Proc as he was also known, remains a fascinating chapter in the annals of FBI investigations. It shows how a single individual's actions can ripple out, affecting not just one person but a star in the very fabric of law and order. The mystery surrounding Pro's disappearance and the trail of documents that followed him into the public domain serve as a reminder that in the pursuit of truth, there are always more questions waiting to be answered.